It's a pleasure to have you here. The details now. Former President John Dramani Mahama says Ghana's judiciary has been heavily stained, accusing it of denying the people of Asin North representation in Parliament. According to the NDC presidential hopeful, the country's justice system does not work for everyone, but a few. Addressing delegates of the Asin North constituency in the central region, Mr. Mahama questioned why the Supreme Court has injuncted Mr. Kwesi for such a long time and refused to determine the case to ensure his constituents have representation in Parliament.
Mr. Mahama has been campaigning in the central region, trying to woo delegates of the party to retain him on the ticket in the 2024 presidential elections. His campaign led him to the Asin North constituency, where he addressed the delegates there. The NDC presidential hopeful expressed his dissatisfaction at how the people of the Asin North have been denied representation in Parliament. He says the development is a serious blot on the country's judicial system.
In Ghana, our motto is freedom and justice. It means that of all the values that we hold dear, justice is one of them. Unfortunately, sometimes the justice system does not work for everybody. The justice system has not worked for the people of Asin North, and it hasn't worked for Honorable Joe Kwesi. It is a blight on our system of justice that for such a long time, the Asin North people have been deprived of their MP representing them appropriately in Parliament. It is a blight on our justice system that a writ that is supposed to remove an injunction on him carrying out his functions as an MP has been pending before the courts for 1 year now. As a result of that, he cannot work in Parliament, and in addition, it has reduced the size of the minority in Parliament by 1 vote. It's unfortunate, and it's my hope that whoever are responsible for what is happening take steps to ameliorate the situation as early as possible so that the people of Asin North can have access to representation in Parliament.
The embattled MP for Asin North, Joe Kwesi, maintains what's happening to his constituents is as a result of some unseen powers manipulating the system to keep him out of Parliament.
Be honest with you, it's the constituent that is missing out a lot. I am a representative. The people have elected me to represent them. Now the people, if you say you will not allow the people's choice to perform its duties, that means you are depriving the people of Asin North from a representation. And that is not right. In fact, it is not the job of the apex court, the Supreme Court, to put a restriction on a member of Parliament. This is a high court issue. But we live in a different atmosphere. We live in a different atmosphere where some decisions are influenced by some high powers. But I still have confidence that the courts are going to do the right thing. So long as the people of Asin North is behind me, I am not going to relent. I'll continue to work. I came purposely to serve my constituency and to serve my country. Is that a crime? And I did follow all the rules and regulations to make sure that I'm qualified, and that is why EC qualified me in the first place. So I don't see a situation where Electoral Commission, which is a separate entity, has approved a candidate, he wins an election, and then they turn around and say, no, the election is not a void, or you have to go and rerun. But then again, it's let's put it in short, I'm hoping that the court will do the right thing. The only thing I feel is the not being able to serve the people that are so dear to me. I say not being able to do the right thing for them. The things that I promised them. I'm doing the best I can on my own, as it stands right now, because all the resources supposed to come to me as a member of parliament has been withheld. But that's not stopping me from doing my individual, personal work for them. And I'll continue to do that so long as I remain a member of parliament for Asin North.
John Mahama ended his tour of the region on Thursday.
This is Joy News Today here on Joy News. Two other stories. Ghana's western maritime boundary is intact as delimited by the 2017 International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea ruling. A joint inspection by the Ghana Boundary Commission and the Navy has revealed there is no violation of Ghana's western sea boundary after that decision 6 years ago. Addressing the press after visiting the western boundary line with Côte d'Ivoire, National Coordinator of the Ghana Boundary Commission, Major General Emmanuel Cotier, said it's the first time this inspection has been done since the ruling and no illegal activities have been detected.
Some members of the inspection team from the Ghana Boundary Commission and the Ghana Navy using surveillance drones and a naval ship for the inspection around Ghana's western maritime boundary. It was days of hard work making sure there are no illegal activities taking place there. The International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea, ITLOS, in Hamburg, Germany in 2017 ruled in favor of Ghana in the maritime dispute with Côte d'Ivoire. ITLOS, in a unanimous decision in September 2017, ruled that there has not been any violation on the part of Ghana on Côte d'Ivoire's maritime boundary. It also noted that Ghana has not violated Côte d'Ivoire's sovereign rights with its oil exploration in the disputed basin. Ghana's argument of adoption of the equidistance method of delineation of the maritime boundary was accepted. National Coordinator of the Ghana Boundary Commission, Major General Emmanuel Cotier, says the second phase of the exercise was linking the land boundary terminus in line with the maritime boundary based on the 2017 ruling.
The Ghana Boundary Commission has a mandate to safeguard both land and maritime boundaries. As a result, we've decided for the very first time since the 2017 ITLOS ruling to undertake a maritime boundary inspection. The first phase involved the inspection of the maritime boundary at sea, and this involved personnel of the Ghana Boundary Commission, of the Ghana Navy. Now, it took a period of 24 hours so far as that exercise was concerned, deep inside the sea, and they covered approximately 40 nautical miles from land along the sea. This is a very strategic mandate of the Commission, which we intend to undertake at different times of the year. We have been in touch with our counterparts of the National Boundary Commission of Côte d'Ivoire, and we have collaborated with them. The Navy has also been in contact with the Ivorian Navy so far as the conduct of this exercise is concerned. I want to say that the exercise has been successful. We have not had any issues so far as this inspection is concerned. And so far as our mandate is concerned, we will continue to do this periodically.
Director of Survey and Delimitation at the Ghana Boundary Commission, Henry Jabba, has been providing details of the inspection.
We use the drone to set off. We set the path along the maritime boundary line, and we took off, extended the drone into the sea for about 5 kilometers to observe what is happening along it. Generally, there is no vessel crossing or any illegal activities that we observe. We have recorded the footage and everything, and the whole place is calm. So generally, that is the maritime drone aspect that we carried out this morning. There's no vessel, there's no illegal activities, there's no pirates, nothing is going on at sea. So the international boundary is secured as of now.
A core part of the work of the Ghana Boundary Commission is sensitizing residents who live around border communities on their role in safeguarding Ghana's borders. The Commission engaged residents of Newtown in the Western region, which is very close to Ghana's western maritime boundary. Speaking at an open forum, National Coordinator of the Ghana Boundary Commission, Major General Immanuel Kotia, told residents discussions are underway to reaffirm Ghana's land boundary with Côte d'Ivoire.
We've had a lot of information so far as the good neighborliness between the people living in Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire is concerned. We also have about the good relationship between the security agencies who are living within Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. Our responsibility is to make sure that all boundary markers are visible for security agencies. And we are currently in discussions with the National Boundary Commission of Côte d'Ivoire for us to start exercise very soon that will reaffirm the international land boundary marks between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. We've come here with good news to you that continue to ensure that boundary demarcations are protected, and in consultation with the National Boundary Commission of Côte d'Ivoire, if there are issues, we will willingly discuss with them so that we can amicably resolve any issue that comes up so far as our demarcation is concerned.
MC for Jomoro, Louisa Iris Adi, says the extensive work by the Ghana Boundary Commission will help preserve the good relationship between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire.
A great day. It's been an engagement between the Jomoro Municipal Assembly and the Newtown community, which is on the border, and then the Ghana Boundary Commission led by Major General Immanuel Kotia. The discussion has been that after the litigation in court concerning the oil find, and then judgment and the ruling came that Ghana won in September 2017. But since then, there hasn't been any major activity around. We have to look at how we can protect our boundaries.
The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation provided a drone for the inspection. Its project manager says the Commission's work is important in protecting Ghana's natural resources.
Now, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Abuaji, says the Ghana Health Service has been forced to introduce some measures to check the exportation of nurses from Ghana to other countries. He says the desire of health professionals to see greener pastures abroad, if not checked, could affect quality healthcare delivery in Ghana. He's been speaking at the 2022 annual review meeting of the Ashanti Regional Health Directorate. There's more in this report by Ohiming Terrier.
A 2022 report by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association indicates 3,000 nurses and midwives left the country in search of greener pastures in that year alone. But the number appears to have doubled in 2023, a situation which worries the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Abuaji. He told a 2022 annual review meeting in Kumasi the desire to travel abroad has forced some professional nurses in particular to shy away from accepting postings to rural areas. Though he will not give figures, he says the exodus, if not checked, could disrupt plans of GHS to ensure Ghana attains universal access health coverage. It comes at a time the service is working hard to deepen collaboration with partners and redesign the primary healthcare system to improve quality healthcare and a more patient-centered care. Dr. Abuaji says the Ghana Health Service is introducing a number of face-saving measures to address the challenge of losing its professional nurses who are in search of greener pastures. This, according to him, among others, includes increasing the number of steady leave for staff.
To enhance our march towards attainment of UAC by the year 2020, we deepened our collaboration with partners towards redesigning the primary healthcare system to improve quality and provide a more patient-centered care. We are also losing our skilled staff as they leave for greener pastures abroad, and that's also been part of the fallout from COVID, that all our staff, a lot of staff are leaving. We have responded by increasing the number of steady leaves so that we can build up the team, because they are taking the professional nurses away. So we've increased the steady leave for our enrolled nurses and community nurses so that we can also increase the number of professional nurses before we get stuck into get to know that there's nobody there. and everybody. We have done that we are addressing a problem. The problem is that we are losing our professional nurses, so we needed to make sure we push that group up. But as you know, we've also given amnesty for all those who run away to school illegally to bring their certificate for registration. Okay, so that when your time is due for promotion, it will be accounted for you.
Meanwhile, Dr. Kuma Buaji is optimistic the introduction of the Model Health Center scheme could prove to be a fulcrum of healthcare delivery in Ghana. He wants all hands on deck as the service seeks to collaborate with the general public in the provision of healthcare delivery. From Kumasi, for Joy News, Midday reporting.
Now to Parliament, the minority says there appears to be a grand agenda by government to collapse the National Health Insurance Scheme. Speaking to journalists, minority spokesperson on health, Kwabena Mintah Akando, claimed government is starving the scheme of funds despite collecting billions through the National Health Insurance Levy.
Year 2021, the government collected in excess of 2 billion and paid about 127 million Ghana cedis, and that constituted about 6%. And we raised issues out of that, as though the issues we raised last year angered the government. President Akufo-Addo Bawumia government decided that in the year 2022, they will pay absolutely nothing. Not one Ghana cedi was even released for the 2022 formula. So we approved the 2022 formula, and this year we are dealing with the 2023, but what we approved in the 2022 formula, nothing, absolutely nothing has been released. And let me take you through the figures. In the 2022 formula, it was estimated, and in fact, in the actual collection, government collected about 3.6 billion Ghana cedis. Out of the 3.6 billion Ghana cedis, government took about 1.7 billion Ghana cedis away. So they were supposed to pay the National Health Insurance Fund about 1.9 billion Ghana cedis. And if you check the formula they presented yesterday, 0 Ghana cedis was paid. Nothing, absolutely nothing has been paid. Now, this is a dangerous trend to collapse the National Health Insurance Scheme.
The minority has also been demanding a forensic audit into expenditure and allocational payments for some IT infrastructure for the scheme.
Taking these huge sums of money from the National Health Insurance Fund, the little that is left to be paid to the scheme to run it is also running into arrears almost every year. And so sometimes you hear that there's an outbreak of measles, there's an outbreak of polio, tetanus, and what have you. It is because some of these allocations are not paid on time, so we don't get the money to buy these vaccines, and it results in this outbreak of vaccines, and sometimes we lose some of our babies and children, and which is quite avoidable. During the consideration of the formula, we realized that the allocations, the IT component of the allocation is too high. So last year, for example, it was about 205 million Ghana cedis. Of course, this year it's been brought down to about 83 million Ghana cedis, but we still think that there should be a forensic audit, an independent probe into the IT component of the National Health Insurance Scheme.
Let's head to Parliament now. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins us. Kweku, what has been the response of the majority to this allegation by the minority?
So just when Kwabena Mintah kind of finished making these allegations, the majority chief whip, Frank Anadompre, came in to rebut some of the points that he had made. He said that ultimately, despite there being challenges, government is on top of the NHIS situation and have been funding it adequately for now. Although he admits that there could be more that could be done, he thinks that as of now, government has done its best to ensure that NHIS is much more operational.
Many governments that have come and gone. The concern about NHIS has always been a matter of public concern. And the delay in the release of funding to this institution has averaged 12 months. It's averaged 12 months. So when we came to power, we tried to reduce that delay. I can tell you, but not for the average of 2 months delay in processing. Now, we are averaging 5 months delay in the release of the funding. But there's a broader picture, and the broader picture is the discretionary powers exercised by the Minister of Finance. And it is not peculiar to this minister. Setekpe exercised that powers, and it's run down various governments. But you see, our colleagues should also be fair to admit that regardless of the difficulties, we recorded some very positives. Some positive. For instance, for the first time, childhood cancer has been added onto the bill to be taken care of by NHIS. Apart from childhood cancer, sickle cell, then breast cancer, which for a long time have not been part, have all been added. So they should be a bit considerate in their criticisms. We have taken it upon ourselves, and anytime before the formula is laid, leadership meets with them. There was a concern about ICT bill, which suggestion came from our side, and then the entire committee agreed to it, that they should go in for some forensic audits for us to be sure of what is happening there. If there's a possibility of duplication of functions and all these are dealt with. So if somebody reduces a delay from 12 months to 5 months on the average, and there's some ailment that were not part before are being added, significant. Childhood cancer, sickle cell, and breast cancer have all been added to the National Health Insurance. You cannot come and say, for accusing government and be saying that, using strong expressions, the government is siphoning money. I think the ranking member should know better.
And let's go back to our Parliamentary Affairs correspondent for an update on the 3 amended tax measures that government says is critical in getting us our IMF bailout. Kwekwa Sante, what's the latest on that?
So the sitting hasn't started yet, but if you look at the other paper, it appears that will be the major business for today. We know that Parliament is expected to go on Easter break today ordinarily, according to its tentative schedule that is shared with MPs and the public. And so, if anything is to be expected, that those 3 revenue bills will be taken today. What has not changed yet is the positioning by both the minority and the majority side. The majority side say they want to get this through. The minority side have been opposed to this from the start. It should be stated that these 3 tax bills came with the 2023 budget. They should have been passed 3 months ago in December before Parliament went on break for Christmas. But these bills have still not been taken. Today, if they are taken, it will be a numbers game ultimately. The majority side will be hoping that it will get all their 137 MPs in Parliament. They are 136, minus Philip Basua, who has 1,000, and their independent MP. That will give them 137. If they have that, and they have everyone, including Sarah Joasafo on the floor today, they'll be able to get it through. Mind you, this is not a secret vote. They cannot hope that they'll be banking or getting some vote from the minority because it will be a head count, and no NDC MP will be able to go against the directive of the party or the leadership publicly. So very soon when the Speaker of Parliament comes in, we expect that being the last day, this tax measure will be taken, but it will be a numbers game ultimately because both parties have not shifted their stances.
Another Friday, another numbers game. Hopefully you don't stay there till midnight. Thank you so much, Kwekwa Sante Zaman in Parliament for us, giving us updates on that important and critical passage of the tax amendment bill that government is hoping to secure before the IMF bailout. Let's head to the Savannah region now. And the 75-year-old chief of Mujipe in the Tulewe traditional area of the Central Gonja district of that region has been shot dead. Our man there, Isaac Nyonya, joins us for more. Isaac, what exactly led to the killing of this chief, and what are the related circumstances?
Yeah, the information we received from the security personnel here in the region is that there has been a long-standing issue concerning a parcel of land between the two traditional areas. You know, Kajimpe is located within the East Gonja district, while the Mujimpe also located within the Central Gonja district. And both are under two different traditional areas. That is Kwembi for the Kajimpe and that of Tulewe for the Kujimpe. Now, 2 years ago, the similar thing happened, and then one person died in the house of the Mujimpe. We are told briefly by the secretary of the Yagbongura, one Bakari, Bigongura Bakari, that when the incident happened, the deceased was in his palace with the son who had alleged to have been shot. And then there was an attack on them. They defended themselves, and then as a result, one person passed away. The case is currently in the court, but a week after the enslavement of the new king of Gonja, we are told by the secretary that this disease was part of the arrangement and preparation of everything that led to the enslavement of the chief, only for the king to receive information last night that the sub-chief has been murdered. It's something that the chief did not take kindly, I mean the king. I was there briefly ago, almost reps from the 5 gates of the kingdom, right from Bole, Wasipe, Kwembi, Tulewe, and other areas are all at the palace just to console the king, because apart from him being the king in the area, this disease chief was his personal friend, and for that matter, somebody who served under him at Kwembi Ura. We also realized that Bernice.
Please go ahead, Isaac.
Yes. The Savannah regional minister who spoke to me on phone last night actually was very, very disappointed and angry because he said the king came to partner with RESEC to be able to correct all the wrongs and restore peace in the area. And personally, he had a discussion with him yesterday around 3 p.m. on this same matter, how they could solve the Mujempe and Kakbante chieftaincy, the land dispute, only to be told last night that one of the rival chiefs had been killed. So he attacked RESEC not to relent on their guys to treat the matter as a criminal issue, because it's going to defeat, if that does not happen, it would defeat the vision of the new king and that of RESEC to be able to restore peace to Savannah region and bring the region on its feet to development. At the moment, there are enough security personnel, according to the regional minister, with the RESEC chairman, on the ground. And we are also picking signal from the Yabura Palace that they will be inviting the Kabante Ura, the chief of the other side, who once had a problem, who is having a problem with the disease regarding the parcel of land at Mujempe. We don't know whether that will happen before the criminal aspect takes place or not. At the moment, we are told from the security circles that the son who was shot but not dead and is currently on a mission at hospital has dropped some names to the security personnel on the ground, that while he was trying to escape from the scene, he has seen some few faces that came after his father, but when he fell, they thought he was dead, not knowing that he wasn't.
Right,
the voices that he equally heard will also help the security to be able to go deep into the program and unearth whatever happens, leading to the death of his deceased father.
Thank you very much. Isaac Nyonya is our man in the Savannah region, giving us an update on that rather unfortunate incident. Like he mentioned, RESEC is taking this very seriously. We'll be keeping our eyes there and give you updates as and when they are available. You're watching Joy News today with me, Bernice, Abu-Baidoo, Lansah. Up next, we've got business news updates for you. Do stay.
Afternoon. Let's do business now. I am Beverly Broom. We begin from the Ashanti region, where the combined Kumasi Central Market Traders Union is not satisfied with reasons for the stalled construction of phase 2 of the Kejetia redevelopment project. Since the beginning of the year, there has been no progress on work which is expected to be completed in June 2024. Secretary of the union, Emilia Kofi Asare, says attributing the halt in construction to Ghana's external debt exchange program is untenable. Here's more in the following report.
The chief executive of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Sam Pine, has attributed the halt of some projects, including the phase 2 of the Kejetia redevelopment project, to the government external debt exchange program. But Secretary of the concerned Kumasi Central Market Traders Union disagrees. Emilia Kofi Asare says the loan facility for the project's execution was secured long before the debt exchange program kicked in. She wants the government to come clear on reasons for the delay in construction.
The authorities, and I name them, the regional minister and the then mayor, Honorable Osei Esibe Enchi, stated categorically that the cash is in. These were his very words. The cash is in. It is in the Bank of Ghana. This is what we were told. So if it is already in the Bank of Ghana, it has nothing to do with debt exchange. If my money is at the bank, I have every right to access it. And so if the cash was in, what stops the construction of the market? The debt exchange thing is just coming in. Our cash has been in for over 2 years. Why is it not working for us? It is not. It is not. It does not sync with us.
The redevelopment of the Kumasi Central Market is under a €248 million project financed by Dutch Bank of Germany with export credits guarantee from the United Kingdom Exports Finance. The construction is being undertaken by Contractor Construction Limited UK. In 2021, traders of the market were forcefully evicted for work to start, since the government risks losing the loan if commencement of work protracted. Traders had to relocate to the racecourse market at their own cost. The phase 2 of the project, which many traders hope will be the game changer, has halted for 3 months. From outside of the construction site, work is advanced with a greater percentage of steel works done. Traders fear the completion date will be missed due to the halt of work. Emilia Kofi Asare again.
They constructed the Kejetia market. People are paying for their shops they are in. It was not given to them for free. So if they think they do not have the funding for the construction, then they should tell us. Maybe we would have some good banks to come in and support us to build. Why aren't you telling us this? Why are you letting us remain in the house?
Mona Lisa Frimpong reporting.
Moving on, some electrical contractors have questioned the quality of lights and lighting systems in the country. President of the Ghana Electrical Constructors Association, Awal Sakib Mohammed, says that the quality of lights in the markets are poor and needs to be improved to meet the demand of the market. The following report has more.
The newly advanced Smart Plus lighting solution can be controlled using an app from phones and makes use of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The product is durable and has a total lifespan of 10 years. Speaking in an interview, Managing Director for Advanced Middle East and Africa, Michelangelo Anovazi, said the product was tailored to meet demands emerging from the market.
When we talk about Ghana and the country in the West Africa region, we truly believe in an approach that is supposed to be tailor-made for the country-specific demand. We try to offer to our clients and our partner products that really fit into your market, into your taste, into your demand, and on the specific requirements that each country might have. Our portfolio is somehow tailor-made to be able to answer to your local expectation. That's how we approach each and every country. And I'm extremely happy and proud to say that Ghana is one of the countries where we would like really to focus. We truly believe that in this country there is a need of products with a certain level of quality, reliable warranty, and these are all things that you can find from Advance.
President of the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association, Awal Sakib Mohammed, added that there is the need to improve the quality of light in the market to meet the demands of customers.
The need for high quality or good quality lighting can never be overemphasized. In fact, adequate lighting has a lot of implication even on your health. So a quality lighting is a matter. Ghana has always been about quality. You go to the markets and you find a lot of the influx of a lot of poor quality lighting fixtures, lamps and all that. So you buy a light within a 2 or few days and then the light goes off. The lights, most of the lights too, are not able to meet our local kind of voltage, the kind of power quality that we have. So these are high-end brands that we are sure can withstand the test of time. Yeah.
The new Smart Plus lighting is convenient and quick to install.
That's all for business this afternoon. We have more business when you log on to myjoyonline.com/business. I am Beverly Brome. Next is sports.
Let's do sports now on Joy News today with me, Muftawa Nabila Abdullahi. Black Mama's head coach, Oforia Asare, has urged Isaac Dogbe to go for the kill in his fight against Robertson Ramirez. Coach Oforia Asare coached Isaac Dogbe during the 2012 London Olympics, and he believes the hard-working nature of the boxer puts him in a position to become a 2-time world champion.
Product as well, for being the coach who qualified him to the Olympics and coming out to become a world champion. You see, most of the time they say that when you have a good amateur, then you can make it to the world level. You see, and I'm glad that a boxer who passed through my hands in the national team was able to become a world champion, and also getting the opportunity to win a world title again, which I believe it can happen because he's a very dedicated boxer. He worked very hard, and the coaches who are training him are also, I cannot say they are very good coaches because since they took him here, there has been some fights, and he has been able to stay true. So why not? I always wish him well because his victory is my victory as well. Because anytime he wins something, in my heart, I'm happy.
You're glad. The Black Meteors, they qualified to participate in the African Cup of Nations for under-23. Ghana qualified after edging Algeria 2-1 on aggregate. Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, Makado, says qualification to the African Championship is the first step as the Ghana Football Association seeks to have the team participate in the Olympic Games in Paris 2024.
This is just the beginning. You got your one foot in the door, they have to get the other foot in. So hopefully the people will leave no stone unturned in terms of their preparation, and inshallah they will make us proud when they get to Morocco. We will do everything from the FA standpoint to support them, if it's in terms of resources or in terms of scouting with the technical team to ensure that they get the best players out there that can represent us in this tournament. It's going to be a difficult tournament, I tell you. All these countries are vying for a 3 position for the Olympics, and we have to be there. Ghana will have to be there. So I think, like I said, 1 foot is in the door, the second foot to go. Then we're all behind them. The whole country has to be behind them and support them to make us proud.
The Meteors has not participated in an Olympic competition since 2004, and they are hoping to end that when the tournament starts in June later this year. You can head on to myjoyonline.com for more sports stories. Up next is Showbiz.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Showbiz here on Joy News today. Now, it's the last day of the month and at Dome Cluster climax the celebration of Ghana Month Friday with a Derba showcasing stuff of the brand, rich Ghanaian culture by way of performances and enactments from across the country, holding spectators and commuters spellbound. From dances like Palogo, Kete, Agbaja and the likes, and various traditional dishes. Here is what you've missed. There, but before we go, let's cross over live to Tigon Creative Studio, where my colleague Mapito Sibidi is. She will tell us all about what's happening there. How is the cues and lyrics audition going, Mapito? Well, Mapito, can you unmute your device for us? We can hear you.
Can you hear me now, Becky?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So while I'm about to go into the pre-audition grounds, we've already had about 120 people coming to audition. Here are some of them here. But one of my concerns was that there weren't enough females here.
Okay.
As you can see. All right, guys, I need you to do the other thing for me. 1, 2, 3. What do we do? Cues and 1, 2, 3. Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready to wow the judges? So those are some of the people who are waiting to be judged. But here are the ones that have gotten a yes already.
Okay.
And they are about to, go to the official judges. So this is what's happening. And the ones that are sitting here, and actually this is one gentleman. This is the only gentleman I've seen who came with a musical instrument. So not just his voice, but also a guitar. And then if I can take you to the pre-screening very quickly, this is what is happening. This is where they are screening. So Becky, if you can still...
Yeah, I can hear you, Mapito.
So
how
Becky,
long?
If you can still hear.
How long is this audition?
So if you can still hear.
If you can hear me, how long do you think the audition will be lasting? And do you think that other people who are home can make it at this point?
All right, so we're here until 5 p.m. So if you're watching this and you feel like you can come and you feel like you want to showcase your voice, you want to showcase your rap skills, Achimota Tiger Creative Studios is the place to be. You'll see the Joy FM, you'll see the Hits FM and the Joy Prime flags on the side of the road. But if you don't know it, just type in Tiger Creative Studios in Achimota and you'll get there. We'll be here until 5 p.m. That's when cutoff time is. From 18 years to 35 years, please do come. You might be 178, but you might be the one who comes out number 1 in the competition.
Maps, is it possible that I can do my audition from the studios?
All right, let's do it.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah. I hope they pick me though, really. I mean,
Okay,
I can't do much because I have to make way for world news here on Joy News today. But thank you so much, Mapito Sibidi. We're grateful for your time, and that'll be all for Showbiz here on Joy News today. Bye.
That'll be all for this bulletin. I'm Bernice, Abu-Baidoo, Lansah. Do log on to myjoyonline.com for more news. We appreciate your company. Kindly stay. The Marketplace is up next. Good afternoon.